This video is in no way, shape or form intended to generalize any group of people. This is just me objectively reacting to information available on the internet and sharing my opinions. Hi guys, welcome back to Pakistan.
I'm not Pakistani, but when I will grow up, I will be an army and save Pakistan and destroy India. Strong army, wow, great!
If this is what you've been taught since childhood, obviously you'll grow up with a corrupt mind filled with nothing but hatred. At this point, Pakistan's obsession with India is like a lethal mental disease. Thanks for getting the last video deleted, but it doesn't change the facts. You're telling me the country that gave shelter to the most wanted terrorists in the world is behind this? Really? And what's this Task Force 2990 they have created to spread Indian hate? Is this like a regular full-time job in Pakistan? Do they get paid for this? Is this how they solve the unemployment crisis? They look so serious in these chats. Victor Codex India, Muzammil, copy this caption, post harder. We need to help our brothers with social media. We can't get a better opportunity to do PR for Pakistan. Yes, this is exactly how Pakistan will pay off its IMF loans and save its dying economy. Sadiq Ali, a Pakistani, is on a mission to spread false information and incite violence against Indians. Is it so difficult to understand? These Chinese and Pakistani propaganda groups are being run by criminal-minded digital terrorists like Sadiq. And these videos are just the tip of the iceberg. Their goal isn't only to justify racism against Indians. I'd like to start on a positive note. Not all of them in Pakistan are like what you just saw. Some of them do have brains.
Since Pakistanis are so obsessed with the English language, let me give you a few facts in your favorite lingo. Nearly 45% of Pakistan's population is living below the poverty line. Pakistan's literacy rate is only around 63%, which means over 90 million people still can't read or write properly. More than 22 million children in Pakistan are out of school. That's the second highest number in the world. Pakistan ranked 148 out of 148 countries on the Global Gender Gap Index in 2025. That's last. And in 2024 alone, over 5,000 cases, 500 honor killings were officially reported in Pakistan. And the conviction rate remains below 2%. So you tell me which things we should be obsessing over.
India.
Stop with the dramatic tears, the fake little crocodile tears.
One day, please. I'm not doing it again.
You've been abused. What are you crying now for?
This is just one of those thousands of predators that got caught in broad daylight. These Pakistani and Middle Eastern grooming gangs operate all across Europe. The victims are estimated to be over 1 million so far.
I want the world to hear what we heard during the 2 weeks of our independent gang inquiry hearings. An inquiry that should never have needed to happen. He took his pants down, penetrated me, had sex with me. He then stopped before ejaculation. He picked up the bottle of Jack Daniels, which was now empty, and he forced me. He broke the glass while he was there. At that point, I was about nearly 13. Another testimony. I was held down by the men as they each took turns to orally and vaginally me, taking it in turns to down my arms and my legs. When the assault ended, the men hit me repeatedly, threatened to find me, kill me, and harm my loved ones if I ever told anybody what had happened. Another. Comments were constantly made suggesting that white girls, the Christian girls, were viewed as having fewer morals or lower values, whereas Muslim girls were described by some of the men as having dignity and higher moral standing. These comparisons were used to justify the way I was treated and to further humiliate and control me. Another. She was a white woman herself, who I imagine may have been groomed, and has obviously now married into the family, shouting obscenities at us. Throughout the whole sentencing, she was constantly saying, "F***ing liars, lying white bitches." She said to me that God will be the witness for what happens to me. Another. This did play a part and motivated the selection or demographic of the victims. Throughout my exploitation, the other girls I encountered, or who were abused alongside me, were almost exclusively white. Another. She had a baby by him, and his dad was an imam. His dad knew. He got his son married and said that he wasn't allowed to see the child. They look after their own community. Another. Over the course of the abuse, I was by multiple police officers in different parts of the country. Another. He put a cigarette out on the base. Another. It started when I was 13. I was raped by probably about 600 or 700 different men over 3 years.
Can you just give a brief outline of what happened to you?
I met Arshad Hussain when I was 4. I always say there was nothing vulnerable about me apart from the obvious, that I was just a child. When I met Arshad Hussain when I was 4 years old, that all changed. And for several years, I went on to be abused mentally, sexually and physically. And I was also coerced into committing. I went missing for days, weeks, months at a time. My family contacted the authorities and the police said that I was making a lifestyle choice. He was 24 years old. He was a Pakistani Muslim man. He was known to the police and to social care for being what we know now, one of the most dangerous men in the United Kingdom. He was related to a Labour politician. He made a no prosecution deal with Arshad Hussain and a police officer called PC Hassan Ali. So what that meant was, on one occasion when I was abducted, they told him if he handed me over at a petrol station that he wouldn't be prosecuted. So he was allowed time and time again to get away with the crimes that he was committing against me. He was beaten, he was abducted. There was times when he tried to kill me.
And when you call these people out, you're labeled a racist and this phobic, that phobic. Suddenly the topic of discussion switches from bringing justice to the victims to how you could call them Stani grooming gangs. Because that's what they do. That's what they are. Stani grooming gangs.
The men who preyed on them were predominantly Muslim, generally either from Pakistan or of Pakistani heritage.
For the sake of humanity, can you please not try to be politically correct once?
That 9 out of every 10 street have been abused. If accurate, that puts the figure on a national scale in the hundreds of thousands.
It's one of the most sad and shameful aspects of our society. I have to say I'm totally embarrassed by this, that we have not really been able to protect them.
It's going on everywhere. In the big cities or small cities or towns, everywhere this is happening.
लेकिन ज़ना सिर्फ मैंने 2 मरतबा की है बस दोनों भाई थे अपने जानो भेजा मेरा पास पैसे भी नहीं था
तुम्हारी मालूम है आपने तकरीबन कितने
एक हुआ था और 10 और 11 12 तक
At bus and truck terminals across Pakistan, drivers and conductors often keep boys on a permanent basis as helpers or apprentices.
There is a culture to have a small go along with, and it means that the is kept as a or as a partner.
When you don't ask these questions, you'll never find the solutions you're looking for. It's a societal issue in Pakistan and the Middle East. There's a reason why these self-proclaimed journalists and content creators don't talk about these issues. In fact, they distract you from relevant information filled with propaganda. And I'm pretty sure this guy could come up with a justification for this as well.
The MP is now pushing for immediate action. He's called for the deportation of foreign national offenders found guilty of participating in these crimes. Lowe also said his legal team has created a growing target list of alleged perpetrators and people he describes as institutional enablers. He plans to use parliamentary privilege to name individuals in the House of Commons.
Our inquiry report proves that without doubt there is an undeniable link between religion and the writings. Islam. As a country, we need to find the courage to finally say so. The mass of vulnerable working-class white girls by gangs of primarily Pakistani Muslim men is pure, unfettered evil. Our report outlines in great detail what has happened, why it happened, and what we need to do to stop it from happening again. This is an important day.
Huge bombshell news today. The gang inquiry report has just been published in full. It lays bare the astonishing scale of the rape, abuse and torture of potentially hundreds of thousands of young girls at the evil hands of predominantly Stani Muslim men and men from other Muslim countries.
Pakistan is #1 in the world in cousin marriages. Studies estimate between 50 to 60% of marriages in Pakistan are between relatives. And this practice spans across class lines, including educated urban families. In Pakistan, this is a cultural and social practice. A lot of Pakistani medical professionals and reformers are actively raising awareness about the health risks domestically. Why do they do this? Well, for one, it keeps wealth and land within the family. It strengthens tribal and clan alliances. Families already know and trust each other. It's seen as a safer match. Women have more autonomy and protection.
And a lot of serious mental disorders, for sure.
76% of Pakistanis in Bradford marry their first cousins.
I know.
Pakistanis make up 3%. Pakistani men make up 3% of the UK population, or Pakistanis do. They're responsible for 33% of child defects at birth.
I've seen.
They are born retarded. It's costing us a fortune. It's costing the economy a fortune. It's billions and billions. No, it's no longer right. It's never been right, and it has to stop in Great Britain.
In Pakistan, half of the population gets married to a first or second cousin. And this shows that cousin marriages are still very popular in Pakistan, in South Asia, and even in Arab countries. But when you look into it, there's actually a problem because the chances of having children who have genetic disorders increases. It doubles. Even though it's a small percentage, but it still doubles from 3% to 6%.
It is a serious issue that often gets ignored. And it doesn't just lead to slower economic development and higher fertility rates. The bigger concern is genetic disorders. That's why a large portion of people in Pakistan are prone to severe genetic conditions.
Ordinary people see family intermarriage overall as something that is very positive, something that helps build family bonds. The way to redress this is not to empower the state to ban adults from marrying each other, not least because I don't think it would be effective or enforceable. Instead, the matter needs to be approached as a health awareness issue and a cultural issue where women are being forced against their will to undergo marriage. In doing so, it is important to recognise for many people this is a highly sensitive issue, and in discussing it, we should try to step into the shoes of those who perhaps are not from the same culture as ours.
Their main issue is not even cousin marriage. It's the unwillingness and audacity to not accept that it is a serious societal issue. Change begins with acknowledging that your culture is barbaric and needs to change.
Taharouch, it's a word you might not know, but it's one of the critical things that you need to understand about what goes on in the Middle East when it comes to of women. Now, when I talk about the invasion of Europe by third world migrants, mostly Islamic fighting military-aged male migrants who come over as refugees, but they're not actually refugees, they're here to make hell for the people of Europe and the United Kingdom, and also in America, not so much now because we have an actual president, but also in America. Taharouch is this three-ring. Now, you may have heard of it, and you may not know the name, but Lara Logan talked about this. It happened to her when she was over in Egypt, I believe. But let's talk about what it is, because I think too often we just say, oh, there's grooming gangs, oh, there's going on, but people hear and they don't really understand the form of going on. So this Taharouch is a three rings. So what happens? These men see you, they take you, they want you. They bring you into this group, all right? 5 or 6 of them, they start penetrating these horrible things to you. But they are sort of shielded because there's something called a middle ring. And this second ring, it forms a layer around the inner ring to sort of block the person from escaping. They watch, maybe they participate, maybe they even do it because these are sick people. They just create a sick psychological barrier so that basically there's all these horrible things going on to this poor woman or women on the inside with the inner ring, but there's a second ring to make sure that it's even more miserable and to hide it from the public. They also want to make sure that nobody sees it. And then there's the outer ring, which deters and repels potential rescuers like bystanders, police, companions, anybody. So these rings On the end, they push people away, they make sure nobody can get close, so that these women can be belittled and just destroyed on the inside. Now, it has a name. It's called Taharouch. You might not have heard of it, but you better get used to it. You see, because if you're going to import this culture into your country, if you're going to bring people that come from countries who do this into your country, they're going to bring that practice with them.
Chickens, goats, dogs, nothing is safe from them.
Pretty little baby.
Alright, our Bangladeshi bachelors are back. He's looking for a Pakistani bride this time. It's always nice to see the brotherhood between Pakistan and Bangladesh when they unite to spread anti-India propaganda. The same Bangladesh that was tortured by Pakistan till 1971. Well, what's wrong with Kashmir now? I think that natural sun protection is amazing.
Hi.
Hi.
Where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay. You guys talk about genocide after you slaughter Hindus?
That's rich.
Are you really gonna be like talking about genocide? Look at your fake country, what it's doing to Hindus. Burning Hindus alive in the name of Islam. You're talking to me about genocide. Maybe start with your own country first.
Okay, then why you are always scared of Pakistan?
We're scared of Pakistan?
When?
No.
I will be scared of Pakistan the day that you guys will have enough toilets for the civilians that live in Pakistan, okay? Well, let's do a deal. When there's no going to be one toilet for every 20 Pakistanis, I'll be terrified of Pakistan, okay?
For some weird, unexplainable reasons, Pakistanis think the world is scared of them. Like scared of what? Grooming gangs? Terrorism? Their armed forces?
The Gang Inquiry report has just been published, and over 250,000 white girls were raped and trafficked by Muslim immigrant pedophiles in the UK. And that's just what was reported over the last few decades.
For those of you who keep asking why religion is always mentioned here, well, when their whole identity revolves around religion, you just cannot separate religion from this. The failed state of Pakistan was literally created because they were obsessed with religion. Everything they do is about religion.
Have you heard the term illusion of truth? If you repeat a lie often enough, people believe it is the truth. That's what Pakistan is counting on. What they lost on the battlefield, they're trying to win in the minds. Claim number 1. Pakistan destroyed Indian military bases and they used Indian media videos as proof. So, of course, this was fake. Claim number 2. The Pakistan Navy has deployed submarines and aircraft, but here's the plot twist. The picture they proudly showed to prove deployment is a file photo. They actually edited the image and added a submarine to it. Guess the Pakistan Navy's best deployment tool is Adobe Photoshop. Claim number 3. A female Indian Air Force pilot was captured by Pakistan. India has categorically denied this. Claim number 4. The unmatched prowess of the Pakistani Air Force. They've put out several videos to create this hype to show how they struck back with surgical precision. Claim number 5. Pakistan says its drones flew all the way to the Indian capital, that they hovered over New Delhi. Needless to say, this is fake. I guess the only thing flying was the imagination of whoever came up with this.
And this is not just limited to the news. An average delusional Pakistani keyboard warrior on social media still believes that the world revolves around them until they leave the country. One common thing you'll notice under most of these videos is that Pakistani and Bangladeshi bots try to claim that these videos are from India.
I'm going to show you Lahore, the world's most polluted city. Breathing clean air is nearly impossible. Garbage is rarely collected. Food safety is a serious concern. Hospitals don't meet hygiene standards. And some people even relieve themselves out on the streets.
If you go under the comments of this video, you're most likely to see Pakistanis claiming this as India.
We suddenly start from TV Pakistan, if you would like to entertain my question answer. Okay. How about pollution? First of all, India and Pakistan have been accusing each other about terrorism.
No, the world has been accusing Pakistan. Where did India come from?
Hina Rabbani, as you said, yesterday, she brought up here. Could you come to the question? My question is, how long South Asia is going to see this terrorism and disseminating from New Delhi, Kabul, and Pakistan.
Originating from Pakistan and affecting the world. Everyone knows it. These are facts. Why do you need S. Jaishankar for this?
How long they are going to be at war, number one. And second, and how about the UN Security Council resolutions on Kashmir? Does India abide by it or not?
You're asking the wrong minister when you say how long will we do this, because it is the ministers of Pakistan who will tell you how long Pakistan intends to practice terrorism. So look, at the end of the day, the world is not stupid, the world is not forgetful, and the world does increasingly call out countries and organizations and people who indulge in terrorism. And by taking that debate elsewhere, you're not going to hide it. You're not going to confuse anybody anymore. People have figured it out. So my advice is, please clean up your act. Please try to be a good neighbor. Please try and contribute to what the rest of the world is trying to do today, which is economic growth, progress, development. So I hope through your channel that message goes through.
Anyway, can we please look at the beautiful streets of Pakistan now? It doesn't look too different from the streets of superpower China, isn't it?
Is this Pakistan or the future of Europe and the West? And by the way, these are the people who call our dogs filthy and dirty. Meanwhile, their streets look like a garbage truck exploded. But hey, at least we are paying billions for climate change and anti-pollution measures, right? But what do you guys think about it? Are you excited for this cultural upgrade in your city?
Alright, so while us Europeans have to drink our drinks out of paper straws and have to glue the lid on the water bottles, that's a river in Pakistan. Yeah, they're just dumping their shit into the river. No, this is not artificial intelligence, this is not AI generated. This is a real video out of Pakistan. Look it up. Yeah.
अब ये मस्जिद है इस तरफ और यहाँ पे ये लड़की देखिए यहाँ पे डांस कर रही है ये है जी यहाँ पे मुसलमानों की लाइफ
This is how superpower China takes care of its most significant ally, Pakistan.
Let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical, extremist, anti coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
This Pakistani invention must be used to transport those goats and chickens. Yeah, this technology helps you to scan your surroundings for potential threats. It should be implemented everywhere. You need to understand, it also keeps them disciplined, or they would go haywire in an instant. Forget the egg. Can you take your eyes off this delectable, heavenly Pakistani pizza? Looks like it has survived world wars. It belongs in a museum. Yes, apparently the national dish of Pakistan is not digestible by average humans. You need superhuman powers for that.
I believe that more than half of the Pakistan is quite gay actually. They don't want to just say it out loud, but
I guess 80% of Pakistan is gay and the remaining 20% are bisexuals. So I don't think that anybody is straight in Pakistan. They don't say this, they won't accept it, they will deny it, they will bring religion into it, they will bring culture into it, but this is an open secret. Nobody is straight in Pakistan. So I did not worry a lot about my sexuality. Like I knew that my this male cousin is my that male cousin. My this neighbor is my that neighbor, both boys. So I kind of like quite settled in my head that this is something works this way in Pakistan.
I believe you. I believe you. What you just saw is nothing compared to the actual reality. I could have shown so much more, but I think this is enough for you to get the idea. The point of this video is to let you know that these propagandists try to deviate your attention from their own issues to paint a narrative against India or any other place, because their own reality is difficult for them to accept. Change begins with acceptance.